So I thought I'd do a short video on kind of why I buy from Big Bad Toy Store, and I mention them a lot. Just to start off with, I have no affiliation with them. I get nothing from them. I don't personally care where people buy from. But this is, I think that for me, I try to, with my little tiny YouTube channel, is to give you information that you won't get in other places. I discovered Big Bad Toy Store through another YouTube channel, or actually I think several, because they clearly had some affiliation with some much more professional reviewers. Mine are less reviews, more of discussions, and it's a much smaller YouTube channel. This is non-monetized, so I just kind of talk whatever I want to talk about. And so I thought I'd compare it to a website in Japan called Play Asia, and it's not meant to pick on Play Asia. It's just looking at the differences. So first of all, with Big Bad Toy Store, I think they have a really, really good search engine. So if you go in here, and then it kind of has like the top different most popular figure lines or franchises. So if I go in here and a Gundam, now I have to do it. I know the site pretty well, so I can kind of maneuver through it. So if I go in here, choose just a random one, filter down to Mobile Suit Gundam, toys, because I don't want apparel, I don't want model kits. There's a lot of model kits. And I go in here and then I say I want metal build. All right. And now you have all of these in stock, and there's the prices. Shows you, well, this one's pre-order, and then this particular one is sold out. So it's very easy to see. And then I can just go into, click on there and go in there and get the information on it. Add it to the cart and you're good to go. So I'll compare it to Play Asia. This is not to pick on Play Asia. Play Asia is perfectly fine. I have ordered stuff from Play Asia, but not a lot. So here I went down to Gundam Metal Build. The search engine I don't think is nearly as good. I had to kind of plug it in. And every single one is sold out. And it's hard to tell. But they're all sold out, including this one and several that are not sold out in a Big Bad Toy Store. So it's kind of funny because these are coming directly from Japan. And you can see the country of origin, the Japanese flag down here. But they're sold out in Japan, so it's kind of interesting. Another one, so I did another one, and I'll show you up here. I put Soul of Chogokin, and let me go into Soul of Chogokin. So that's Bandai. Soul of Chogokin. And it's got tons and tons and tons of Soul of Chogokin figures. It's actually got 2 pages. But if I filter down to available, now it's down to 6. And you know what? These 2 are not available. So I'm not sure about their search engine. That would reduce it down to 4. Okay, so if I go in here, it says this item is currently not. It's unavailable. So a little bit weird on that search engine. Looks like a little buggy. Let's go back to available because it. So I took one of the figures, which is the Getarobo Arc, and if I go in here and I do Soul of Chogokin, that Getarobo Arc is. Let's see. No, not that one. This one right here, GX99. So if we go in here, the GX99, $181.99. Okay, $189.99. So this one is actually, $8 cheaper. So I added it to my shopping cart just to see how it would go. And here it is in my shopping cart. I don't think I'm showing any private information. All right, so let's get a shipping quote on that. Coming from Japan. $57.90. Yeah, that's the problem. The problem is the shipping. And that's the only option it's giving me. There are other shipping, but apparently not for this one. And so given its weight, now it does say up here free worldwide delivery when spending over $99, but for figures, it doesn't seem to work because I think it's because of the weight. I ordered some video games that really are kind of Japanese specific. They are westernized in the sense that they have localization, but they are very rare in the West, and the shipping was free, and so I did get a good price on that. But as to figures, this is kind of what I experience with the Japanese websites, and so my assumption is that a toy store like Big Bad Toy Store can get large shipments, and then they can send those out for their $4 shipping. So in this case, I could order this for $189 and the $4 shipping, so it would be $193.99. Whereas here, the shipping would be, kind of astronomical. That's about a quarter of the price of what the figure is. More than a quarter. So I've gone to other Japanese websites, and I've had the same issue, which is that you can get the figures sometimes cheaper, but the shipping just kills it. And with one other website, and I can't remember which one it was, you couldn't even see the shipping until you completed your order. So you kind of have to complete the order, find out if the shipping was a good deal, and then if not, you have to cancel the order, which was not an issue, but it's pain, and I don't want to do that. And so that's the problem. And I haven't seen anything in the West that I thought was better than Big Bad Toy Store. And so, you can do comparison shopping. These kind of figures are niche items, so they're not exceptionally available all over the place. I would say that the various places I've looked is eBay, Amazon, and then Big Bad Toy Store. I've seen some of these figures in like physical stores, but they're super expensive. And I think that they're kind of capitalizing on ignorance, people seeing them and not knowing that you can get them considerably cheaper from other places. So the problem I have with the Japanese websites it's lack of availability, which is weird. You would think that they would have the highest level of availability coming from Japan. Poor search engines and that killer shipping cost. And I have seen figures where they were, and it's rare, but low enough that even with the shipping, and it wasn't a $57 shipping because some of them are cheaper shipping, where the total cost was actually less than Big Bad Toy Store. So it's not impossible, but I'd say it's very rare. And so for me, it's kind of not even worth it to sit there and do comparison shopping because it's so rare that the Japanese direct websites would be cheaper or more convenient. And then you also, they can ship them pretty fast, so I'm not going to complain about that. But that's why I go with Big Bad Toy Store. And again, I have no affiliation with them. You buy from wherever you want. And if you want to go with Amazon, sometimes it's cheaper. I don't really completely trust those third-party sellers on Amazon. I've never seen it happen, but I've read reviews where people complain that it's a knockoff. And I think that Amazon's quality control is a little lax, whereas you can pretty much guarantee with Big Bad Toy Store that you're getting the real thing and not some knockoff. And I also find that some of the third-party sellers aren't nearly as careful about damaged packages. I think the Big Bad Toy Store caters to a specific audience that wants those boxes in mint condition in case you ever want to resell, or sometimes people don't even open them. And so their reputation is on the line, and that's why they send the boxes. And some of these figures you can actually even order in okay, so this one doesn't have it, but some of them you can order in like collectible condition, which I assume means they're okay. So here, collector, it's not available, but standard, substandard, which means a slightly damaged box, and they're admitting it. They're like, yeah, it's slightly damaged, so you get a discount. um, and then collector, which would be like perfect condition and probably wrapped up carefully. Anyway, so that's kind of my reasoning, and you could take it for what you want. So that's why I go with Big Bad Toy Store.